Hi. So we are going to discuss slot 1 CAT 2025 radar bar DI set. Okay, so this was the set. 5 countries engage in trade with each other. Countries are of course US, India, France, Japan and UK. So they are imposing tariff on each other. So of course you mean, what do you mean by tariff? The import duty which a country charges on the other country. So there are two graphs. So this is first graph. And this graph is giving you the import tariff as a percentage charged by one country on other. And question has guided us how to read it. So for example, question has already guided us that, for example, US, which is the blue line, charges 20%, 40%, 30% and 30% tariff on France, India, Japan and UK. The US, which is a blue line, charges 20% on France, then it charges 30% on India, then it charges again 20% on, 30%, it is 40%, I guess, the 40% on India, then 30% on Japan and again 30% on UK. Why, how you are reading it? The innermost pentagon is 10%, written here, then it is 20%. It is 10%, it is 20%, then as you're moving outward, 10% is increasing in every slot. It is 30%, then it is 40%, then right outermost is 50%. Okay. The US is charging 20% import tariff from France, 40% from India. Why so much on India? I don't know. 30% from Japan and 30% from UK, isn't it? So this is that's how you read it. So what I did, so I wrote all these informations which was given here in terms of table to give you better understanding of the data. So of course, US will not charge any but import tariff from US. Import cannot happen. Similarly, France cannot import from France. The US is charging 20% from France, 40% from India, 30% from Japan, and 30% from it. It is like this in this way. Similarly, France is charging 30% from US and so on. Now again, bar graph is also given to you, but this bar graph says import tariff in billion USD charged by each country on other country. And again, the basic information has helped us to how to read it. The bar graph depicts the import tariff levied by each country on the other country. For example, US charged import tariff of 3 billion USD on UK. So it means US has charged 3 billion USD on UK. So US has earned, US government has earned 3 billion US dollar from UK as import tariff. First thing you need to understand that import tariff goes to government. So it is not added to the GDP as in import. So import tariff is the over and above amount over the import which goes to the government as a tax. So $3 billion is the import tariff which in US charged from UK. Similarly, US charged 7 billion from Japan. The yellow line is of Japan. From India, it has earned 4.5 billion, and from France, it has earned 6 billion USD as an import tariff. Agreed. So it's again data of France, India, UK, Japan, and UK is given to me. So what I did again, I have noted out these informations in this tabular form. So it will make you easy to understand. So these information percentage wise information was given in the radar chart. So US is charging 20% from France, and the bar graph gave me that US has earned 6 billion USD from France as the tariff. Okay, now first question is given to me. First question is, how much is Japan's export to India worth? So Japan's export to India worth. So Japan is exporting India, it means India is importing from Japan. It is the same thing. So India is importing from Japan. So here is the Japan. So India is importing, India is charging 50% tariff, and India has done 3 billion USD. So let's say the total import worth X rupees, X billion dollar. So the tariff must be 50% of this, or you can say 1 by 2 of this. So the total worth which Japan exported to India or India imported from Japan, let's say it is of X billion dollar. So India has charged 50% tariff over it. And that tariff is equivalent to $3.5 billion. You can see it is given here. So India has charged $3.5 billion from Japan. Look, this yellow line is going from between 3 and 4. So $3.5 billion. Here I have written it here. So half of the total import India has charged as the tariff, which is 3.5. So it means total import from Japan to India or export of Japan to India is $7 million, which is option second is my answer. Easy peasy. Now, next question. Which among the following is highest? So let us check. Import by US from Japan. So US is importing is charging 30% tariff, and total tariff is $7 billion. So let's say 30% of total import value is $7 billion. So X must be 70 by 3. So this value is coming out as 70 by 3. Now let's check the B option. Export by France to Japan. Now you need to understand the thing which is Japan is exporting to France is exporting to Japan. Japan is importing from France. So how much Japan is charging tariff during import? 30%. And how much he is getting? $3 billion. So 30% of total import from France, let's say it is Y. So 30% of that is $3 billion. So Y is 10. So this is $10 billion. Let's check third option. Third option says import by France from India. So France is charging how much import duty from India? So France is charging 40% import duty from India. Everyone is beating India here. So France is charging 40% import duty, and France is earning $6.5 billion. So 40% of total import is $6.5 billion. So Z is 6.5 divided by 2 multiplied by 5. It should be 32.5 by 2, or it should be 16.25, isn't it? And how much this was? It was 23.33 if I am not wrong. And what is the fourth option? Export by Japan to UK. So Japan is exporting to India. UK, it means UK is importing from Japan. So in UK is how much is charging import duty from Japan? 40%. Again too high. So 40% of the total import duty, total import he is charging, and he is earning $6 billion. So it means K must be 6 into 5 by 2, because it is 2 by 5. After cross multiplying it will become 5 by 2. So it will be 15. So it will be 15. So which value is highest? Option first, 23.33 is highest. The answer of this question is A for Ahmedabad. First option. Now this was the next question. What is the trade surplus deficit of India with UK? So how much India is importing from UK? So India is charging 20% tariff, and he is earning $5 billion. So in 20% tariff of whatever the import value is, and he is charging $5 billion. So it means this is nothing but $25 billion. So import is $25 billion. Okay. Now, how much India is exporting to UK? Again, whatever India is exporting, UK is importing. So, how much UK is charging import duty? The UK is charging around 30% import duty. So, 30% of total import from India, that's it is Y, is equivalent to $3 billion. So, it means Y will be $10 billion. So, it means export to UK is $10 billion. So, India is importing $25 billion worth from UK and exporting $10 billion. So, India is under deficit because it is importing more. And how much deficit is it is getting? $15 billion. So, answer of this question is A, first. Okay. The last question was, this was the last question of the set. Among France and UK, who has the trade surplus with US? Okay, US. Let's talk about France. So, how much US is importing from France? So, France, US is imposing 20% tariff, which is equal to $6 billion. So, 1/5 of the total import is equal to 6. So, total import should be $30 billion, isn't it? And how much US is exporting? So, US is exporting means France is importing. Now, France is importing from US, 30% is charging France, and which is equivalent to 5.5. So, 30% of total import from US to the France, that's it is K, is 5.5. So, K must be 55 by 3. And 55 by 3 will be 116 point something. So, it means 16 point something, it means US is importing more and exporting less. So, it means US is with a trade deficit with France. So, among France and UK, trade surplus, US is trade deficit with France. So, it means France is at a trade surplus, isn't it? So, it means US is importing more, exporting less. It means US is at trade deficit. It means France is at trade surplus. So, France is at trade surplus. It is confirmed now. Now, let us check for UK. So, how much UK is importing from US? UK is charging 20% tariff, 1/5 of the tariff of our total import, which is $2.5 billion. So, 1/5 of the total is 2.5, the total should be 12.5. So, this is UK is importing. And how much UK is exporting to US? So, it means US is importing from UK. The US is charging 30% tariff, which is equal to 3 billion. So, 30% is 3 billion, 100% should be 10 billion. So, it is 10 billion. So, it means UK is importing more and exporting less. So, it means UK is under trade deficit. So, it means UK is not at trade surplus, UK is at trade deficit. France was at trade surplus, it means answer should be only France. Answer of this question is option 1. I hope you understood the way I have taught this to you. Thank you. Bye-bye.